Okay, here we are. Just handhold on the camera. You saw some footage of us driving up here. We're up in Jemez, which is an entire great big area, so we'll point out exactly on the map exactly where we are. But we've kind of driven up through some country roads. That's the nice kind of back forest road. And we're going to go up in here a bit. And we kind of cheated a bit. We've recce'd it already. We just walked in a little bit. We're going in maybe 200-300 meters, so not like a huge backpack. But we are going to camp up here tonight and check out everything and have a little bit of fun. Will's here. So is Murph. Let's get to it. Oh, let's see. You hold and see what I look like with my pack. Ta-da! Probably way too much pack. It is what it is. Go to practice. All right. We'll get you at the campsite. So would you like to be bored with like watching us set up our tents? Yeah, I did think so. Alright, the tent's all set up. I'm going to start building a fire pit here shortly. Give you a little look about where we are. See if we can get the drone up there eventually. It's a little bit windy, so we'll see what we can do. It kind of alternates between being almost calm and maybe about 25 knots. So we'll have to see how it all works out. This is where we're going to spend the night. Beautiful area here. Oh, the deadfall's already been cut down, so that's really reduces our risk level quite nicely. Anyway, we'll get back to it. Maybe some campfire stories later. Bye. Alright, the campsite is pretty much set up. Tent, fire pit. I think I'm going to try and do a little bit of drone flying because the wind has calmed down a little bit, maybe down here. So let's see how that works. Alright, well, got the fire going. You guys want a quick tip on that? Dryer lint. Get the lint out of your dryer trap there. That stuff goes up like there's no tomorrow. Every time I was ever flying over someplace that's sparse, I always keep in my pocket some dryer lint and then some magnesium and flint that you can use with your pocket knife. You can start a fire anywhere with that stuff. I just got a normal fire pit here, being very careful because it's very dry out here, so I'm going to keep this fire low. I've actually got it going pretty good right now just to get up the heat, but then I'll just get the big logs going and we'll cook our supper. To that, trying to get a hot dog stick going right now. Everything here is so dry. Did some drone flying. Should put that footage up there. You should see that. And we'll get going to supper here soon. So far so good. Alright, just on a personal note, getting the hot dog sticks ready here. And I don't know, weird being out here without the kitties. So it's like, unchained though I may be, don't ever take that that I didn't totally enjoy my time with the kitties. In fact, I miss camping with them right now. I wish they were around, running around, and we could get ready to do our hot dogs. But that's okay, life goes on. Maybe grandkitties one of these days. Anyway, there you go. Talk to you soon. In such a way that we don't Oh! I think my wiener bends that way.
So you're going to be able to stay out of this mess? It's the only other place you can't reach, so get the hook out. Leave it.
Oh no! Almost lost it. That's no good. On there, mister. Oh, edit that out. Not allowed to swear. I made a little video thing where I said I'm kind of missing the kitties. I remember doing this with them all the time. We were camping in this one place in Ontario where there were like black bears back there, and so I did have the shotgun with me and all this stuff. Claire was kind of afraid of the bears, so she found the biggest goddamn stick she could find and had it all sharpened up. Alright.
How old?
12.
Good to be prepared.
They say we were starting to tell campfire stories until the one time I was the proudest of my kitties. I just had the oldest two with me at this time, so they're like 6 and 4, 7 and 5, something like that. And we were camping this one place in Spruce Woods, and it's in Manitoba. And oh my goodness, we had to go early that year because I think I was going on doing some flight training or something. And so usually I like going later where there's no bugs, right? Because God only knows in Manitoba there's mosquitoes and black flies and everything. So we're kind of in September-ish, I think. And oh my God, we have so many wasps everywhere. It's just wasps and wasps and wasps. Oh! Wasps and wasps and wasps. It was crazy. And they kept their cool, man. They had wasps all over the place. They were pumping water. They were eating. They were taking care of business. It was no big deal. Very proud of them. And thankfully, once it got dark, all the wasps went away because wasps can't really fly IFR. But that was it. That was good. They did pretty good that time. Holy crap. I think we're looking in the right place. Yes, there we go. Alright. We got our summer sausages, whatever. Big hot dogs. And I think it's time for some campfire stories. You got a piece of chocolate. What do you got? Got something. I get Baker's chocolate now. I don't get s'mores. It's just the way it is.
I got dog kibble. Did you want some of that? Pepperoni? No coffee.
So I was telling Will about the frosted flyer story. Since we're around the campfire and you're here too, I should probably tell it with the camera on. So frosted flyer up in Cold Lake, where I was flying for a while, is an exercise where they grab you and go, okay, you were supposed to be flying today, but you, for whatever reason, had to eject out of your airplane, and now you got to survive out in the woods for a couple of days, couple nights really, with this just the stuff that you have in your seat pack, which comes with you when you eject, and your parachute. So they're generally nice to you. They tell you the night before, so they don't just grab you before your flight, which is how they used to do it. Anyway, there I am. Next day, my flight suit on with my long john, so that's nice. Go out and just with what's in the seat pack, gotta make a lean-to, and you make the lean-to out of your parachute and you use the paracord. And they just had these old parachutes that were so ratty. We just use them and use the paracord. They'd only give you half rations, so you're hungry as hell. And the directing staff would come by every once in a while just to check and make sure you're still okay, but also to teach you stuff like how to put together your signal fire and things like that. So what you're spending most of your time doing is actually making water, because it's about minus 20 Celsius, whatever in the hell that is in freedom units. And you would be sitting there melting snow all the time and then boiling it. So you got to keep your fire going, not only to keep warm, but to keep your water coming, because it's very easy to get dehydrated. Anyway, the second night I got a super headache while I was there, and I thought, man, what's going on? Because it's like I'd definitely eaten enough, or not eaten enough, but I definitely drank enough and had enough water. And I found out later what had happened was, because I'm so busy by the fire keeping it going, I had smoke inhalation. So it'll really screw you up. So safety tip, if you're out there working hard on your fire, you keep blowing on it, keep things going. you can really, really screw yourself up if you start inhaling that smoke. Anyway, the funnier part about all that is that I knew that the guys, the helicopter guys, were going to be flying in that area. And so I said to them, why don't you come pick me up since I'm going to be on the Frosted Flyer? And they said, how will we find you? And I said, well, you'll know. So I was right beside a lake, frozen lake, of course, all with snow over it. So I went out to the lake and I wrote in huge letters, skid, and put an arrow right there. Oh, getting smoked out here. And so, sure enough, you know, in the afternoon, the helicopter comes by and they find me and they come down and say, take me out of here. And they won't, of course. I said, well, then give me some food. Oh, getting smoked out. And so, they say, well, strip down naked and we'll get you some food. And I'm not doing that. Well, first of all, like even in the daytime it's like -10, so no. But then, boy, I wish that wind would blow that smoke away. But then we make a compromise. They say, well, take your shirt off, we'll give you a cereal bar. So I do that. They take a picture of me with my shirt off and they huck a cereal bar out of the helicopter and they screw off. Thanks a lot, guys. But I wasn't the only one out there. There was like about 12 of us. And a certain guy who shall go unnamed because he's all embarrassed about this and definitely doesn't want it on YouTube. He was about 100 meters down from me. And they landed there and he took the deal. So he got totally buck naked. And they got a picture of him. And all he was his white ass there running back into the woods with just a toque on. They said, Sasquatch spotted out in Cold Lake. And they actually showed that picture at the morning brief a few days later when we were rescued. So it was pretty funny. So I don't think he got much more than a cereal bar either. Anyway, Frosted Flyer, great time. Went down to about -20, -25 at night. They gave us the sleeping bag was awesome. Like the sleeping bag they managed to compress into this big that fit in your seat pack was amazing. So you get in your sleeping bag and you'd have to hang your flight suit, like you're in your flight suit, right? So you got to take your flight suit off and get in your sleeping bag and you hang it up there by your lean-to. So the fun thing in the morning is like trying to bang the ice off of it so that you're able to get into it again because it's all frozen stiff as a board. And boy, isn't that fun to put on first thing in the morning. So yeah, Frosted Flyer, that was a fun time camping. There you go.
More fun than this?
Sort of. I mean, there was the moose. The big moose went by in the middle of the night between me and the other party, who shall go unnamed. Yeah, huge. Just doop-de-doo, doop-de-doo. And then, okay, here we go. Oh, another pro tip. If you're going to try and chew spruce gum to assuage your hunger, that stuff is so sticky it'll get into everything, so it's almost not worth the bother. That being said, if you're there and you're trying to make some tea because you got nothing, you got water, right? You can use spruce needles for your tea, and it's kind of handy because there's just a little bit of aspirin in there. And so if you make a strong enough tea with your spruce needles, it tastes not bad for one thing, but it's also a little bit of a painkiller. So there you go. Nice story for this round.
Yep.
I'll move the camera over because the sun's starting to go down. It's looking really pretty. Let me show you what we're up to here. Got probably another hour and a half of daylight, but it's going behind the trees now. It's already starting to cool off, so I'm going to keep this fire going. We're supposed to not go below 0, but man, it's going to get cold tonight. Oh, and I was doing a call for a mourning dove, and he was around here somewhere. Got chocolate all over my hands. I won't do it right now, but maybe I'll treat you to that in a little bit. Okay, talk to you in a bit. Well, here we are. The sun is going down. We're by the fire, chilling out. Got the pipe out. Oh, you could tell ghost stories. Ooh. Murph could come over here and make an appearance now. So, nice, we got the fire going. Like I say, the sun's down. It's going to get real cold tonight, so we're just kind of getting ourselves ready. Let's see, for stories, I could tell you, I'm not going to tell you how I got my call sign skid. The only people who get to know about that I have to have drinks with, so that's just the way it is. But I could tell you about one of my tattoos. Oh, we can see it here. I think you might be able to see that on there. If not, I'll take a picture of it and put it on the video afterwards. So it's sideways on my arm, but it should be viewed like that. That's actually a stylized Norse rune called the Web of Weird. And it's spelled L-Y-R-D. I mean, that's the anglicized way. And so that's kind of where our word weird comes from, but it doesn't mean the same thing at all. So to understand the Web of Weird, first of all, as a Norse rune, you can make every other Norse rune from that one, because it's got all of the components to every other rune in it. Now, where it comes from is you have to know a little more of Norse mythology. So the Norse believed that your fate was written in this great big web. And the web was weaved by the three Norns. And there were these three old ladies who sat at the foot, or at the root of the one tree, Yggdrasil, which spanned all of the known universe. And they sat down there and they weaved all of reality. So the Norse believed you could not escape from your fate. Except for one thing, because if you can't escape your fate, there's no free will. But the Norse did believe in free will. And how is that possible? Well, let me tell you. Let me light up my pipe a bit first. So if you look closely at the tattoo, at the Web of Weird, you will see that there's three big vertical lines. Oh, I'm sorry. And they're all interleaved. And the three vertical lines represent the past, the present, and the future. But you see how they're all interleaved? So what the Norse believed was the past didn't just affect the present, that affects the future. They believed it went the other way as well. So the way that they thought free will happened is what you do now can go back in time and change the past and can change the web of time. And that's how free will works its way into what the Norns are doing. So the Norse came up with quantum mechanics 1,000 years before we did. Weird, huh?
Weird.
There you go. This is what you get at the campfire with two complete turbo nerds, just the way it is. Oh, it's getting cold out here, buddy. Cold. Right.
Definitely on patrol. That's good.
Got any good G-rated jokes? You could tell the people at home while watching. I got one. Bear and the rabbit are in the woods having a shit. The bear turns to the rabbit and goes, "You ever have problems with shit sticking to your fur?" The rabbit says no. The bear wipes his ass with the rabbit. Oh, that's an old Eddie Murphy joke from Delirious. You can look that up. I won't take credit for that. Want to hear my best knock-knock joke that
Oh, God.
I can use all the time? Any audience?
Okay.
Anywhere?
Knock, knock.
No, I have to start it.
Okay.
God, you're bad at this. Are you ready?
No. Okay, go.
Well, that's a reasonable answer. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow. Oh, the pain. The pain.
Yeah, this is definitely going on the video.
Oh, yeah.
That's being goofy.
So, I got tired of the usual answering machine messages like, you know, hi, you've reached blah blah, leave a message. So, I'd only leave like 7-second ones because who wants to listen to this? But I had one that was a ticking clock and this random clicking sound, and at the very end of it, it just said, the fish. And so many people told me that was disgusting. Disgusting, yeah.
How is that disgusting?
What do you, it's either stupid or silly.
I think they're reading
disgusting.
into it. Yeah,
I don't know what they're thinking.
I don't know. People
I
are
don't
stupid.
want to know what they're thinking.
I don't either. I think that's hilarious. I think I actually called you a few times. I just leave a message. Because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you know what to do. Well, now there's not even answer machines anymore.
No. It's funny because that's one of the things that I got. I got all that old junk still sitting in the garage. I got my old answer machine. You know what I really want to do is actually plug it in and see if there's any messages still on that thing.
Call them back?
Like, well, not just that. It's historical. It's like my Pentax K1000 still has a roll of film in it, eh?
You know what's on that film?
Well,
Nothing. It's dead now.
Really? Oh,
I
that's
don't
too
know.
bad, because I'm pretty sure that goes back to the girl I was dating back then.
I
Nothing
had-
weird, no pictures. Are we losing the camera here? Still? Oh, yeah, he's still there. Nothing weird, just I think it was pictures of this girl I was dating at the time.
I think I had a bag of like 24 undeveloped rolls of
Does
film.
the film like totally deteriorate after 20 years like that? I mean,
slides don't, so why would film?
yeah, I don't think it would. I have to try. Of course, good luck finding a developer. Where
Oh,
the
I'm
hell-
sure there's one somewhere.
Jesus.
$200-300 a roll or something.
God. See, this is the time in boot camp you'd start putting out your sentry duties and do everything. And then they'd have a stand to because they'd attack you and you'd have to get ready in your defensive position. I'm glad I joined the Air Force, not the Army.
I don't think that's part of this equipment test we're doing here.
I hope not, because we don't have any weapons. Oh, by the way, we've been hearing a lot of gunfire. Will tells me that's normal for around here.
It's not from normal where you're from?
No.
There's just gunfire all the time.
I know. I hear it in town, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Well, here usually it's just a few shots for target practice.
I mean,
It's
people
not
are
like
target practicing
tick,
out
tick,
here.
tick,
It's not
tick,
fun,
tick,
but
tick,
in
tick,
town.
tick, tick.
Oh, that sounds like a 9mm or 45. I wish I could point that camera at the sky and show you guys, but the Big Dipper's there, which means Polaris is there, and of course we're in New Mexico, and I'm used to being in Canada, so Polaris is way down close to the horizon. I'm used to being way up there. It's kind of funny. It's going to be funny looking at this video on Hider and deciding what to actually put in. Like, oh my god, did we ever ramble? That's why they're pretty cool.
Should we talk about the exciting camp gear we're using?
Well, that might sound like we're doing a advertisement.
Except it's all 30 years old, so who knows?
I still got my same tent that we're using when we were in grad school, for God's sake. I bought that tent over there, that Eureka tent that you've been watching this thing, in 1991, wasn't it? Yeah. Most of that gear. Backpack, sleeping bag.
Yeah.
So, Jesus Christ, 1991. Right? What is the year again? 2024? Shit. That's like 33 years, man.
Yeah.
What the hell? I remember looking at people, like when we were young, who were as old as us, and thinking, Christ's sake, they're old.
Yeah, we were right.
Exactly.
Shouldn't laugh.
I wish I could have got some better drone shots, but man, it was windy there. That was nuts.
Maybe in the morning.
Maybe. If I could get above the tree line and have a good look around up there, boy, that'd be nice.
Oh yeah, recon the area.
All right, we're going to shut it off now. Hope you guys enjoyed Fireside Chat with Wilhelm and Skid and Murph. We'll put this down for now. Night night. All right, here we are. We'll be a little bit quiet because Will's over there probably trying to get some sleep. So time for bed. We're nice and cozy in the tent with a little candle going on and stuff like that. So sun will be up in about 7 hours, so let's get some good sleep. Fun camping, isn't it? All right, fire's dying down. Hopefully I'll have some embers tomorrow. Time to go to bed. All right, night night. All right, sports fans, we're in the morning, got the fire going again, just using the embers. And that, my friends, is how you boil the water for your coffee. Just like that. All right, it's boiling, so I got to get out of there. Bye. Oh, just set this down for a second. You should be able to see us, I think. There we go. Just wanted to say, after we got the water boiled, I'm just having cold breakfast dish, just cheese and some walnuts and apricots, that kind of thing. Nothing special.
Hard-boiled eggs?
No thanks. But hot coffee is an awesome way to start your morning. So when you're cold here and things like that, remember, if you're going to chug down some of that cold water that's been sitting beside you, in the tent, that's just gonna make you colder, which is fine. I mean, you know, you'll deal with it, but you wanna have a nice comfy morning, put something hot in your gullet. Even a cup of coffee will do it. So, or if you like tea or whatever, that's fine too, but heating something up and putting warm in your body really gets you going. Anyway, we're gonna screw around here for a little bit, then probably break camp and head out. So we'll see. Wind is kind of variable. I don't know. I might get that drone up, but I might not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, cheers. So we're starting to pack up here and get ready to go, but one of the party members is really not pulling their weight. They're just kind of laying down on the job. No, he's not dead. He just likes to relax. Right, Murph? 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 Okay, we'll leave Murph alone. We'll get packed up here. Fire's burning down, get the campsite done. We got some awesome drone footage, I think, so we'll hopefully have that on there, and we'll catch you in a bit. Alright, that's about it. Broken camp, here we are. Fire's out, tents are packed up, got all of our stuff. It was a wonderful place to spend the night, but time to head out. Okay, thanks for joining us, and well, we might get a couple more videos, especially on that crazy tunnel going back, but that's pretty much it. So, from Wilhelm and Skid and Murph, time to get the hell out of here!